less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things, obviously trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And can you believe it? They get him again. But they will stop him before he gets to the marker, and they will take over after the block punt. And we can start to see that developing from up here. He came off the punter's right side. He got in there quickly.
He did, and so the question's going to be, did you hang in there long enough on the edge to block? In college, what you try and do is shove him out of his path, and then you take off running downfield because you're allowed to. In the pros, you can't release in the interior until the ball's pumped.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 41 yards. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now come the Redskins. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong. Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half of... Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
The one running back is Gurley. And they'll give it to him here. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 78 yards. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this front.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Throwing, Cousins, out to the left here to Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now. And he's had all kinds of problems just getting punts off so far. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. But they will stop him before he gets to the marker, and they will take over after the blocked punt. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a handoff for Gurley. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley finding the end zone yet again. And the Rams just continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Zerline now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A first down throw for Cousins. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard gain on play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked.
A terrific punt block, and that has to set them up in a position to try and get more points, don't you think, this time frame?
Absolutely, and what a momentum booster that could be into the lockers.
Oh, without a doubt. They score here, they sprint into the locker room, feeling really, really good about themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Redskins have really struggled out of the gate here. The Rams have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, Goff's gonna find his mark, and this play goes for a score. Rams strike first in this one. We go to the second quarter. Under pressure here, the pass is picked off. Ogletree's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Offense out now following the INT. Gurley's going to use solid blocking to break free, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. Rams with a commanding lead. Now looking to take advantage after the turnover. Gurley's got great blocking here, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. Now following the turnover, the lead continues to mount. Gurley's is going to take it off the left edge, and this long run goes for a touchdown. Now after that turnover, as this wild first half continues, Gurley's going to take it off the left edge, and he'll go for the score. Rams, here they have it at the 47. Rams offense looking great. Gurley's got great blocking here, and he'll go in for the score.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Washington defense getting ready. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. That's one of those runs where you're thinking, is he going to run out of steam before he crosses the chalk? But he did not.
And whatever piano he had on his back, he was able to shed and make sure he got to the end zone. A terrific electric play.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley finding the end zone yet again. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
On the stop was T.J. McDonald.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And 4th down coming up. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But
touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. And an explosive long run, really electric play.
What a fantastic play, too, because when you get one of those runs, you know everything came together well. The blocking, but especially the runner himself, able to find a gap and take it the distance.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Watch 32. Watch 32. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. Oh, he pulls over it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Ricky Jean-Francois in on the tackle.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
4 down.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley finding the end zone yet again. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Cousins to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley Ridley. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Rams just continue to pour it on.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
No gain on the play there, second down. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Now let's go.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Shreds the tackle. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go with Cunningham. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. Again,
Cunningham here on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, gone. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Goff now on second down. That is caught at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tavon Austin, 37 yards. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Rams defense getting ready to go again. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of, great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, you feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll go again with Kelly. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Let's give plenty of credit to the defense there. They stuffed them on second and short. But if you're the offense, why would you change what you're doing? You got
no bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The one running back is Gurley. He'll get the football here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Green 39! Green 39!
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Deep drop. Now he's forced out left. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, first and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Benny Cunningham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. In Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Again, they run with Gurley. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And quickly, they get to the line.
Let's go. Green 39.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Stays on his feet. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley finding the end zone yet again. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get off of me run and all the way into the end zone.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Here's Cunningham. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try the air now with Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They run with Cunningham. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The veteran safety, Dante Whitner, in on the tackle. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd down following the run.
Set! Green, 39!
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Fighting through. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Rams just continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And what a golden break here. This ball is going to be touched down, but just outside of the red zone. The Redskins now, their defense coming back onto the field. And a tough spot here for the defense, kind of already with their backs against the wall.
Just gave up a touchdown on their last possession. Now starting in tough field position. One thought in mind. At worst, give up a field goal. That's the goal for them right now. No more than 3 points given up. If that happens, they'll feel really good running to the sidelines.
I would think the defensive coordinator would feel pretty good, too.
Oh, he'd be ecstatic about that. Of course, he'll say, give up none, but 3 is really the realistic goal.
And we'll see if they can hold it. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. 7 yards remaining here on 3rd down. The one running back is Gurley. He's going to get the football. Oh, nice move. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Second sack now of the afternoon. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Four down. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They're working out of the gun. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. the field. Here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley finding the end zone yet again. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here.
3 down. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. 10 yards to go on 3rd.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Hey, now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. And they'll wind up taking possession inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So when I look at the scoreboard and realize they just blocked a punt with that type of a lead, how much of that was a called punt block or how much of it was a breakdown, you think, by the team punting the ball?
You got to think a breakdown, right?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think someone just didn't fulfill their assignment and end up now in even worse position.
And now you can start the buses. I would say it's safe, right?
Rev them up, baby.
If they weren't started already.
Here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll go on the ground. Muscles him off. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now they're in the hurry up.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
3 down. Set. 319. 319.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Jeff Fisher, a bit of a gutsy call here. Says his team's going to go for it on 4th down.
319.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about